Alex Ansary here, coming to you in the early days of December 2015. A very warm day. It's probably 55. Very sunny here in northern New Mexico. It's probably one of the most peaceful and serene, as well as energizing places that I've ever visited and stayed in New Mexico, which is nice. It's a nice change of pace. You know, I could be in the snow right now somewhere in Colorado, and instead I'm somewhere out there in northern New Mexico. Keeping busy over at amtvmedia.com, catching up on some posts, catching up on some other things. Going to be covering a lot of content on this channel. A lot of compliments on the Archon podcast series. And if that's something that you want to hear more of, let me know. Of course, I'm just giving you my perspective, my opinion, and it's all op-ed. It's my commentary. Doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but there's a lot of things to talk about these days. Massive deception on the planet right now, path to World War III. Muslim demonization across the board, people freaking out. People being told that people are being put on lists if they don't like the Muslims. Alex Jones and Donald Trump teaming up to push the narrative. It's a crazy time to be alive. It's also a good time to be off the grid and talk about some of these things, as opposed to being in the grid or being somewhere like Portland. Couple interesting videos from Mike Smith. If you go over to Mike Bluehair, you can take a look at an old friend of mine, Kif Davis, being arrested for filming someone's arrest at City Hall. For trying to film, he himself was put in the Portland jail. Pay attention to what's happening in Babylon. Pay attention to what's happening around the world. And be grateful for the things that you have. And be grateful for the information that we have access to, and be grateful for our own ability to also put out information to counter the false narrative. Anyways, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. It's nice to be here in northern New Mexico to reflect on things and kind of off-grid, pretty much self-sufficient in my RV, but I'm also not so far out there in the middle of nowhere that that it would be a risk. There's a number of different areas that are decent for off the grid in northern New Mexico that are pretty far away from major towns. It's just that some of these places aren't as well known. And there's some places that aren't off grid, they're residential, but it might as well be off grid. This is residential. You know, there's a house, there's a structure here. But the backdrop, the mountains, that kind of surround this area. I think that's really what helps make this area special. I'm Alex Ansary, signing off for now from northern New Mexico.